Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and thank you all so much for being here. This morning we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget to stop by the TipRanks website to try some of our great new tools, including the technical analysis page on any of your favorite stock page, and the ETF research tool, which will give you a breakdown of nearly 7,000 different ETFs. Now let's jump right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are mixed this morning ahead of Fed Chairman Jerome Powell's semi-annual testimony in front of Congress regarding the state of the U.S. economy. Right now, Dow futures are down 0.03%, while S&P 500 futures are up 0.07%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.18%. Shares of Spirit Airline were falling after JetBlue said that they are expecting a lawsuit from the U.S. Department of Justice in attempts to block their acquisition of the discount airliner. Their CEO said that the company is prepared to fight this in court. JetBlue agreed to the $3.8 billion acquisition of Spirit Airlines last year. This would create the fifth largest domestic airline company with an estimated 9% market share, but their competitors like American and United Airlines all hold a greater position. Meanwhile, both stocks are rated a hold among analysts as they wait to see how this deal plays out, with the JetBlue stock having an average upside of 2% and the Spirit Airlines stock coming in with an average upside of 50%. Shares of Snap are up about 10%, and it's all because U.S. lawmakers are pushing legislation to ban their competitor TikTok. TikTok has long sparked concerns over data sharing with the Chinese government, and last week the White House officially banned it on all federal government-issued devices. The House Foreign Affairs Committee last week passed a measure to block TikTok in the United States, and their parent company ByteDance is scheduled to appear later this month before the House Energy and Commerce Committee. While Snap is rising on the possibility of them losing a top competitor in the market, analysts do currently rate their stock a hold with an average downside of over 8.8%. And Facebook parent company Meta Platforms is up slightly on the news that they will be cutting more jobs than previously announced. Meta is planning yet another round of layoffs that could be coming as soon as this week. This comes on top of the 13% workforce cut that they had announced back in November. That equaled about 11,000 of their employees. The Meta Platform stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 17%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. In the after hours today, we'll be hearing from CrowdStrike, Casey's General Stores, and Stitch Fix. In the pre-market this morning, we've heard from Dick's Sporting Goods. Their stock is on the rise after both an earnings and revenue beat, plus the company also more than doubled their dividend. They reported a Q4 earnings per share of $2.93, beating expectations by 4 cents per share, and revenue of $3.59 billion, beating expectations by $140 million. They also increased their annualized dividend to $4 per share, which is an increase of 105%. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 8%. Also on the rise this morning is Squarespace. Now their earnings per share were not comparable, but they did beat on revenue and had some strong future outlooks. For their first quarter, they're expecting revenue between $232 to $234 million, ahead of the consensus $227, and for the full year, they're expecting revenue between $955 to $970 million, comfortably ahead of the estimates of $947 million. For this quarter, their revenue of $228.8 million beat expectations by $6.64 million. Analysts currently rate the stock a hold, but all price targets are at least 2 months ago. And also on the rise is Sea Limited. They're up over 13% after both an earnings and revenue beat. Led by strength in their e-commerce unit, they reported fourth quarter earnings per share of 72 cents, which beat expectations by $1.27. They posted revenue of $3.45 billion, which grew 7% year over year and came in $400 million ahead of estimates. Their stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of 34%. And then falling in the pre-market this morning is Thor Industries. They provided a lower than expected demand outlook and missed on both earnings and revenue. Looking at the full year, the company has cut their revenue forecast by $1 billion on the low and high end. For their second quarter, they reported earnings per share of 50 cents. That was less than half of what was expected, as they missed by 63 cents per share. Their revenue of $2.35 billion fell 39% year over year and missed expectations by $140 million. Their stock is currently rated a hold with an average downside of 3%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. No big surprises in our top spots this morning. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Squarespace following their earnings beat. Trading under the ticker SQSP, they're currently sitting up 14.6%. They're followed by C Limited under the ticker SE, now sitting up just shy of 8%, and Dick's Sporting Goods under DKS, now up just shy of 6%. And on the other hand, our biggest losers are led by Thor Industries following their big miss. Trading under the ticker THO, the stock is currently down 11.2%. And I apologize, my list is a bit out of order here. They're followed by BlackBerry under the ticker BB, down 6.77%, and Rivian Automotive under RIVN, down 6.71%. So that is going to be everything for Tuesday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning. I always love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you back here next time.